All right, now prepare yourselves. I wanted to dip into the mold. A smidge of mold. I've seen this clip a billion times and I'm ready to watch it with you guys. Asmongold watched a clip of himself, which he accuses Hasan as LARPing as a revolutionary for not protesting on the highway. After finding out he actually did protest on the highway, Asmon immediately starts whining about how Hasan is not being arrested or banned for having done so.
Anta's fake revolutionary, not putting his friend. Well, if anything, Hasan is a fake revolutionary because he doesn't embody any of the ideals that he has, right? I mean, disliking capitalism, you're pro-Palestine, you're trying to adhere.
This is the best thing, by the way. Yes, please make sure to spray away the mold, spray away the roaches. This is the best thing about being conservative leaning, having a primarily conservative audience. You don't actually have to like explain any of your positions. You can kind of just like gesture at them. And then everybody else is like, obviously, like he doesn't prove that like Hasan is actually a capitalist as an anti-capitalist. What he's telling his audience is, well, Hasan engages in consumerism, which is basically the same thing, right? Everybody knows you don't have any products under socialism. That's obvious. Which is just like hearing that sentence out loud should tell you everything you need to know and should immediately suggest to you that that's a stupid idea, that consumerism does not equal capitalism. Products are still created under socialism. You can still choose which products you would like under socialism, that those two ideas are not hypocritical. But he doesn't do that because then he has to actually try and defend it, and he can't defend it because it's a stupid position that doesn't have a way to defend itself. Like socialism was when no iPhone, yeah. And like if you want to criticize Hasan, you can say he is a consumer, which I think is a fair criticism. I think he is pretty pro-consumerism. But consumerism does not equal capitalism. It just does not equal capitalism. And you, as a capitalist, you shouldn't want that. You shouldn't want these two things to be intertwined. But anyways, so he just sort of like being a conservative is so fun because you can just like gesture towards your audience and be like, he says he's an anti-capitalist. Anyways, moving on. Why did this video break?
Fake revolutionary, not putting his friend. Well, if anything, Hasan is a fake revolutionary because.
And I mean, also they'll say like Hasan socialist, but lives in house or has Porsche or whatever. Then you look at like Chinese home ownership. The country that they call the CCP communist nation. It's like, have you seen their home ownership rates, dude? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, what are we going on right now? Really, having a house is a capitalist construct? What are you, stupid?
Because he doesn't embody any of the ideals that he has, right? I mean, disliking capitalism, you're pro-Palestine, you're trying to adhere.
Pro-Palestine. What is exactly has Hasan done that has been anti-Palestine? Genuinely asking. I don't understand.
Here to this fucking list of companies that you're not supposed to support, but the one that you make the most money from, you're like Twitter, by the way, also owned by Elon Musk, who people are saying is a Nazi. Like, it really, like, that's not the main thing. What is this?
He uses Amazon and Twitter. This is the same recycled garbage we've been hearing for literally thousands of years. Oh, you don't like the king, huh? What about all these roads that the king built for you? What about the fact that the king allows you to keep 5% of your grain? Oh, you hate the king, you hate feudal society, and yet you're happy to benefit from all the things that feudal society has given you. Yeah, no shit, you are going to participate in the society that you were born into and attempt to change it while you're still participating in it.
See Hasan? No, I don't see Hasan. I heard he was out there. I don't know. I think that I saw an image of it. I think he's on like the side up the top.
Jason the Ween was at his house yesterday doing an IRL stream and showed some of Hasan's house. So many chatters saying, "Whoa, this is actually a small house." I mean, I think it's like the square footage is out there on the internet somewhere. I'm not going to fucking look it up. I don't care enough. But as someone who's been there, it's like it's a nice house. It's just not the mega mansion that people pretend like it is. It's just not. It's a nice house. I just don't understand why people pretend like it's a mega mansion. I just genuinely don't get it. Why is the fire alarm going off in my building? Parasocial. Who am I being parasocial to? Please tell me.
Happy Mold Monday, everyone.
So he's not actually going to go down there and stand in the in this area, because if he did, he'd get in trouble. Which he did go down there. No problem LARPing as a revolutionary. Yes, exactly. Yes, no, you're right. What a great own. He actually did go down and commit a crime. I expected him not to do that, because it would be stupid and detrimental and bad, and you would.
This is the saddest pivot I've ever seen in my fucking life. Oh my God. Well, I was going to criticize him whether he went or he didn't go. If he didn't go, I was going to criticize him. And if he went, I was going to criticize him, obviously. Because he can't do anything right in my book, and I want to criticize him. Real balanced position you have there.
Would put your channel at risk. But Hasan knows you won't get in trouble. Yeah, great idea. And streaming it. Yes, self-reporting the entire time. This is going to be very different, which, to be fair, he was. Well, if he was actually doing that, he should get in trouble. Like, I mean, for sure. He was, though? Yeah, I don't know. No, he should be arrested again. Just sits on bootlicking at Trump administration. Bootlicking is whenever you think that somebody should get arrested for standing in the highway. I didn't know that. A lot of people didn't know that. But, you know, we had a whole election that was decided that found out that most people actually didn't know that. But that's where we're at. And let's see if I can find the rest of this song. Gets fucked already. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's probably not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of the way I feel about it. That's what I think. Let me see here if I can find the rest of these. So he did not say thank you.
Did you say thank you even once? Mr. Osensky. Is there beeping? Am I going crazy? There's a fucking fire alarm going off in my building. It's pissing me off. It's not my fire alarm. Mine is fine. My unit is fine. Some stupid other fire alarm. I guess everybody ignores fire alarms. Yes, correct. Everybody ignores fire alarms now. I feel like you should check it out. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What if there's a real fire? There's never a real fire. Okay? We're good. If it was a real fire, it would be going off in my unit as well. It'd be going off around the complex. It's somebody who's fucking burning some stupid food on their goddamn stovetop because they're an idiot. And now my day has to be ruined from their foolish mistakes. I mean, my one hope with things like that, with videos like that from Asmongold, is that, like, people who have any brain cells at all can look at that and be like, wait, so what exactly do you want Hasan to do? Like, you're making all these criticisms of someone like Hasan, right? And you clearly feel very strongly about Hasan not engaging in this behavior and Hasan not engaging in that behavior and whatever. So you think he's a poser if he doesn't go, and you think he should be arrested if he goes. So, like, are you just going to criticize him no matter what he does? You're never going to give any credit where any credit is due. It's not even the bare minimum of, you know what, I take it back. He's clearly not a poser. With that in mind, he should get arrested. That's the right thing. That would be the correct thing to. But he doesn't even give that. He doesn't even give that little, like, inch. And I feel like if you're a viewer and you watch that and you see someone so callously disrespect your intelligence like that, you should recognize that it's performative garbage. A guy who hates your cause telling you you're not helping your cause. Yeah, I just don't. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get the type of person that watches that and it's just like, they're so biased that they are so fried they can't recognize when someone else is too biased. Isn't it offensive to have people just, like, blatantly lie to you and not care that you're so stupid you'll buy up all their garbage? If you're watching an adult who lives in those type of conditions, especially with the kind of resources he has, I don't think you have any brain cells. Well, no, it's just people who find that relatable, right? I've talked about this before as well, where it's always very funny when people accuse me, for example, of, like, hating men. Positions you can only hold if you just have an idea of who I am. And it's not based in reality at all. Because I've said this so many times before that, like, it makes me so sad that, like, home econ as a class doesn't exist today. Like, if if you are unlucky enough that your parents never teach you how to cook and you never have like a natural innate desire here just means that you were exposed to it in some way, in some shape, in some form, and it made you want to engage in the behavior. That's all I mean when I say innate. So like when I would watch TV, I watched a couple of cooking classes, or like not cooking classes, cooking TV shows, and I thought it was fun. And I was like, wait, I want to know how to do that. It's just kind of what you get exposed to when you're younger, and then you kind of lean and sway towards those things when you're younger and you're more capable of like failing, and failure doesn't feel as bad. So unless you were exposed to something that made you want to pick up a hobby or a skill, or you were lucky enough to have parents that taught you, you just kind of never learn how to cook until you're an adult. And when you're an adult, learning things is like, it's not harder, it's easier, but it's more difficult to get into and have a desire to learn, right? And so like, I think a lot of the people who watch Asmongold watch him because they feel like their lives suck. They feel like he is like a friend to them. They see themselves in him. Like, here's this guy who also doesn't know how to cook, who also doesn't know how to clean, who also lives in a shithole apartment or a shithole house, who's just like a degen gamer, who just like me. Is there a beeping sound? Yes, there's a beeping sound. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it. I mean, isn't that every streamer? I mean, yes and no, right? So, except he doesn't give a shit about anyone who watches him. I mean, of course not, right? I think his stream becomes less watchable once you realize that he actually doesn't give a fuck about any of the things that he talks about. But that's also appealing to a different group of people, to a group of people who, in my opinion, have resigned themselves to a loser ideology for losers, because trying is hard and it's embarrassing and failing is embarrassing. And it's much easier to just be a loser and resign yourself to it and be like, and I don't even like to describe them as nihilists, because nihilists have more respect for themselves. It's that nothing matters, I don't care, and I don't have to care. And it's like, but you're a loser. That's a loser thing to say. No one who I've ever met who I thought was cool was someone who resigned themselves to their situations. Every single person I've ever met that I thought, wow, this is a really cool person and I want to be their friend, was always motivated, or was not motivated in general, but like was always motivated or passionate about something. And it doesn't really matter what you're passionate about or motivated about. Like, I don't give a fuck about cars. Cars in my brain, like, as long as it gets you from point A to point B, that's all that matters. I guess, like, I don't really like when the inside of a car smells bad, but I just assume that everybody else also feels that way. As long as the car can get you from point A to point B, it's a good car. That's all I care about. And I also, I also don't like those coffin cars. Those portable coffins, the ones that are really tiny. I would like them more if I lived in Europe. I don't like them when there are fucking monster trucks on the road, okay? I'm sorry, I don't want to get in one of those cars. Those cars are terrifying to be in. I'm sorry. The really small ones, I just call them coffin cars. And to be clear, I love them and they look so cute and I bet they're so fun to park. But I also don't want to get in one of those. I don't want to get in one of those, I'm sorry. It's so scary. It's so terrifying. Like, literally, you just get squashed by 2 fucking Dodges and you're just gone. You're totally gone. But anyways, I've met people who are super passionate about cars and they know everything that there is to know about cars. And I've heard them like blab about it for like hours. And I'm like, that's cool. Damn, you really love cars. You love working on cars. You don't have like a crazy car, but you've tried to like make the best with what you have. And you have like goals on what you want to do with this thing. Like, it's just a fun hobby for you that you enjoy and you like, right? That you want to dedicate all this time and energy and resources and all these resources into it. And it can be that way with any hobby, with anything that makes you happy. Like people who love cooking or people who love baking or whatever, who are like sort of not masters at their craft, but they really love it, right? Like they love this thing. They have passion for this thing. And seeing passion in people, especially in adults, it's so refreshing and it's so awe-inspiring and so great to look at. I don't know how else to describe. I don't know how else to describe it. That's why that's why fascism often manifests as in cultish ways, personality cult, no real goals, leading to a one-way street to have to follow. So the mold man is a really good entry point to that. Exactly. I mean, I've even like, and this is like coming from someone who was a huge weeb, where I just like dedicated way too much energy into anime and then video games. Like I see speedrunners and I'm like, that's cool. That's cool. Like you're definitely a loser by traditional standards in the way that I'm a loser by traditional standards. But like you just spent like 2 weeks trying to practice something that takes 3 seconds. That's dope, dude. That is dope. That's cool. And you just, the thing with having passion about something is that you become a more authentic version of yourself. And a more true version of yourself. Like you stop being limited by what other people think is cringe. And there's something so pure about that that is very interesting and exciting to be around. And the people that I've met that I've hated talking to are people who feel nothing about anything. Always. You talk to them about politics, they're like, I don't really care. It doesn't really matter. It's all the same. You're like, well, what do you like to do? I don't really care. I don't just watch TV or something. It's like, why are you alive if you're not even going to live? What the fuck is the point? You don't like anything. You don't enjoy anything. Nothing brings you happiness. Nothing gives you passion. There's nothing. There's nothing there. What a sad life. But they've like decided that trying is hard. Failing hurts. So I'd rather live a hollow loser lifestyle than ever try and fail at anything. And it's sad. It's so sad. It's just so sad and pathetic. Like, dude, free yourself from your shackles and you'll be happier. Like, you just will be, I promise. Mundane of mundane, yeah. Oh, man.